Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. The NBA bit is back after a little bit of a hiatus. And how about yesterday? Huh? We had some technical difficulties trying to get some content up. So it was a lot of written word yesterday. We turned into writers. How are we doing? How's everybody doing? We got Sneeps up in the chat. Good to see you. Thomas is here. All right, but Stupid Loops let us know. Lots of good days today. But let's go with Happy National Crown Roast of Pork Day. That's a mouthful. Probably tastes good too. And for birthdays, the common man's letting us know it's Jake Lehman, Series 2 Wolves Bottleneck's birthday. There you go. Snoop's up in here. We got Garen. T-Man's here. Yeah, I'm sorry, Snoop. Tough night for the Bucks last night. Welcome back, everybody, though. Hope you guys had a good Wednesday. We're on to Thursday now. Tonight, 7 p.m., the 89 Cavs are back. Get excited for that. If you're in those fast break streets, you can go over to our Team Hold So Rare channel. We dropped the first look for today. If you're a VIP, that stream will go up a little bit later today. And value hunting for game week 38 in So Rare NBA. That went up yesterday as well. So lots of content for you if that's your thing. But we got some hoops to talk about. A busy night of basketball. Also, shout out John Boy Beats. I don't know if you guys saw on the underdog streets last night. Took down first and fifth in the main contest for 9K and 2K, respectively. So, or respectfully, or is it respectively? Respectfully? I don't know. Either way, huge dubs for our man JBB. So, congrats to the Sheets. But let's get into some basketball today. So, we've also we got Denver, Boston tonight, which should be pretty fun. And it seems like they're going to all be healthy. It looks like Jaylen Brown's questionable, but that's it. But where I wanted to start tonight or today, the Orlando Magic. So, Magic beat the Wizards last night. And they win 119-109. And Paolo had a really good game, 25, 10, and 6. Franz, 28 and 5. Suggs had 19 and 6. And Sneeps, listen closely. The Coos had 25 and 5. Jordan Poole had 26 and 5 off the bench. Looked like it was going to be the Wizards' night. Coos was cooking in the first. I think he had 17 points in the first half and then finished the game with, 25. So only got 8 points after that. It looked like the Wizards were going to take it to him. Orlando's defense put the clampies on him. But the reason I wanted to start with them, so Orlando right now is 37 and 26. Winners of 5 in a row, 8 and 2 in their last 10. They are in the 4 seed right now. So they're straight up ready to host a playoff series. They've got a half-game lead over the Knicks, who will continue to be banged up. We'll see if Brunson makes his return after dropping that game to Atlanta. You got Miami, who's still been red hot on their tail. They're only a game behind the Magic. The Sixers, after losing last night to the Grizzlies, which we'll talk about, they fall into the play-in the 7 seed. They're 4 and 6 in the last 10. And then the Pacers, who are 35 and 28, are in the 8 seed. So the reason I wanted to bring this up is I think Orlando has an outside shot of chasing down the Cavs. Now I know they still have the Cavs have a 3.5 game lead, but we saw they dropped the game last night, which we'll talk about. Did that just breaking news, Steeps? Karl-Anthony Towns tore meniscus in his left knee out indefinitely. That's brutal. Wow, that's surprising. I didn't even see that happen. Wow, Steve's breaking some news in the chat. All right, we'll talk about that in a second and how that pertains to the rest of the Western Conference. But so Orlando's going to 3.5 game, the 3.5 games back, right? And Cleveland now is without Mobley for a considerable amount of time. Mitchell's still going to miss a handful. I think he's going to actually miss one more game, and then he's going to be reevaluated. So they're a little shorthanded. And when you go, let's go look at the strength of schedule here. I forget the Tankathon website we'll take a look at. So when you find Orlando, and this is hardest to easiest, Orlando, 22nd easiest schedule the rest of the way out. So they've got that 1 against the Clippers, 2 against the Bucks, 2 against the Pels, 1 against the Knicks, who's ahead of, oh no, they're ahead of the Knicks, 1 against the Kings and 1 against the Sixers. But then they also have 2 against the Hornets, 1 against the Blazers, 1 against the Grizz, 2 against the Raps, 1 with the Nets and 1 with the Rockets. And then if you scroll up to Cleveland, who they're chasing, Cleveland's got 2 against Minnesota, Denver, Clippers, Pels, 2 against the Suns, 2 against the Heat. So they do have a shot at chasing them down. And it is just kind of wild to think. We'll talk about OKC's game last night against Portland, but one of the darlings, right? The darlings of the Western Conference. The darlings of hipster basketball Twitter heading into this season was that we were going to see OKC make a leap and Orlando make a leap. And now, Orlando could still easily slip back into the play, and it's pretty tight in there. Miami's coming on strong if the Knicks get healthy, but it is kind of nuts to see them both get there, right? Normally, everybody gets excited about a team heading into a season and then and they just don't meet expectations. But here, both of these teams are exceeding expectations. And it's funny because Orlando doesn't seem to be, to me anyways, to be like a finished product. Like they don't really have guards. They have Jalen Suggs, who again, one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. You've got Cole Anthony, who comes off the bench and chucks. They throw Anthony Black out there for some minutes. Markelle Fultz plays some minutes, but they don't really have shooting. They can't stretch the floor, but they just play defense. And last night they were doing it, again, against the Wizards, but no Wendell Carter Jr. last night for the Magic. But it's really just like the two-man game of Paolo and Franz. And, Mo Wagner off the bench playing some like good minutes. But it's just kind of nuts to think that we're, 20 games left in the regular season, and Orlando legit has a shot at a 3 seed. And when you go look at the standings here, Orlando, I mean, this could be Orlando, Miami in the first round, which would be kind of spicy. Could be Orlando, Philly, Orlando Heat. Like, could be, I don't know. It's going to be fun, but I don't see them. And again, there's just a game and a half from them slipping back into the play-in game. So, like, who knows, right? Who knows what's going to happen? But to, be well past like 3/4 of the season, 37-26, they're 11 games over 500. Pretty fun to see for Orlando. And if you're an Orlando fan, this is just like house money, You're not supposed to be here yet. You've got Paolo's in his second year, right? Second year, and made an all-star team. Franz looks great. It's great. Ben Simmons out for the remainder of the season. There we go. We saw that coming, right? All right, let's get into some more of last night's action. So great win for the Orlando Magic. When we look at Hawks and the Cavs, I mentioned that the Cavs dropped a game. ATL, A-Town down. They win 112-101. The no Mobley news. So if you're in the fantasy streets, Jared Allen, locked and loaded. He had 18 points and 19 boards last night. Darius Garland, pretty disappointing. He went to the locker room at one point, but it looked like to be foul trouble, and he was just getting to halftime early. Finished the game at 15-7. Bay. Sadiq Bey had 23-8. Bogdan of the Bogdanoviches had 23-6. And then DeJounte 18-9. Wild stuff. Wild stuff in this game because every time you think Atlanta, like you got a handle on stuff, a weird game happens. And that was last night with Atlanta getting a win there. And Atlanta just they've got a 3-game lead. Like truly the 9-10 seed has been locked up for a month now, where it's going to be Chicago and Atlanta. Brooklyn Nets are fallen way off. The Raptors have fallen way off their debt. So that we know like the 10 teams that are going to make the playoffs, figuring out the 4 through 6 seeds are still, technically the Cavs are only a half game back behind the Bucks too. But anyways, JJL, I love getting home late at night to the bid. It makes life better. Thank you, JJL. It's very kind of you. I hope you had a nice evening. I feel like JJL's been getting after it this week. This is like 2 nights or 2 early mornings for you where you've been getting back. We love to see it. We love to see it. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going into the action. Where is it? I lost my spot. All right, so Grizzlies beat the Sixers 115-109. Guys, what is going on with Tobias Harris? No Maxey last night. No Embiid, obviously. Really shorthanded. It seemed like, don't worry. It's against Memphis. Tobias Harris will show up. That'll be the guy. He was awful, man. He was awful. The only real dudes that showed up for the Sixers last night were B-Ball Paul Reed had a double-double, 17 and 11. And then Kelly Oubs had 25 and 4 off the bench. But it was Jaren Jackson Jr. show for the Memphis Grizzlies. 115-109. Triple J goes for 30 points, 11 boards, had 6 blocks. Santi Aldama had 17 and 7. And then Vince Williams Jr. That's going to be like the fun. I know we talk about Gigi Jackson a lot for the Grizz, but Vince has been playing really good hoops for him. 17, 9, and 7. Also had 4 stocks. We love what we're seeing with Vince Williams. Also, really funny. Oh, yeah, there we go. Tobias. Well done, Sneeps. Really funny bit here from Fast Break Fast. Our friend Keith Parrish, who covers the Memphis Grizzlies, had a really funny bit here. Said, did you know the Milwaukee Bucks have only won one more road win than the Memphis Grizzlies this season? Good Lord. I don't know if that means Memphis is good or what. Tessa said Sixers have a brutal schedule ahead, particularly with Maxey still out. Take a peek. Yeah, we're going to look at more of the strength. We can do that right now. we're going to be diving into the strength of schedule the rest of the way. Phillies get the 12th hardest schedule the rest of the way. If you look at their upcoming games here, that's why I kind of wanted to start with the Magic, because I really think they got a shot at like that 3-4 seed. But you look at Philly. Did I blow this up at all? Oh, yeah, I did. All right. Philly, where are you? The 12th hardest schedule the rest of the way out. You got OKC, the Clippers, the Bucks, the Cavs, the Pels, the Magic, 2 against the Clippers, excuse me. So yeah, Philly's going to get chased down by a couple of teams. I imagine. I think I said this last week that the 8th seed, they've got the 8th seed written all over it, and that's, I mean, again, they're only a half game ahead of the 8th seed right now. So get ready for it. Get ready for it. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the Minnesota thing here for a second. Let's cover OKC's game, and then we'll talk about Minnesota, because I think those go hand in hand when we're talking about the tough schedule. So OKC played Portland last night. The Blazers, again, 2 games in a row where they kept it tight against like top tier teams in the Western Conference, but ultimately fall. Oh, speaking of falling, there was a terrifying thing. Biyombo looked like he fainted on the bench. I don't know if he got up too fast. I don't know if you guys saw the clip of that, but that looked terrifying. But it seems to be okay. Doctors cleared him. But OKC wins this game 128-120. Chet had a nice double-double. He had 21, 14, and 5. Shea had 37 and 5. J-Dub with a big game. He had 31 and 4. And then Simons and Grant combined for 49 points as OKC gets the W. But Minnesota, that injury to Cat, I mean, that's brutal. I mean, we've seen Minnesota play well without Karl-Anthony Towns in the past before. But let's go look at what the strength of schedule looks like here for Minnesota. So Minnesota has the 11th hardest schedule. They've got 3 left against Denver, 1 against the Clippers, 2 against the Cavs, 2 against the Sun, 1 against the Pacers, 1 against the Warriors. They do have 1 against the Pistons, Wiz, Raps, Rockets, Hawks, and 2 against the Jazz. But that is a brutal schedule. OKC, just a couple spots behind them. They have Celtics, Bucks, 2 against the Bucks, Pelly, Suns, Knicks, Heat. So when you go over to the Western Conference standings here and you see Minnesota, because let's just assume Cat's done for the regular season. I don't know what a torn meniscus heal time looks like, but out indefinitely, not great, Bob. And then when you look at this Western Conference, you've got Wolves and OKC both tied at 43 and 19, with the Nuggets just 1 game back and the Clippers 2.5 games back. Now, the Nuggets have the 19th easiest schedule. Clippers are right in there. They're the 10th hardest schedule. So I don't know. I mean, I imagine both OKC and Denver catch up to Minnesota here. I mean, OKC's already caught up, but this OKC 1 seed is like really in play here. And I think Minnesota should still hold on, hold ahead of the Clippers. So the 3 seeds probably in range, but 3 or 4. But yeah, man, that's brutal for Minnesota. You don't want to see that. I want to see them actually have a shot here. So tough sledding for them. But shout out to OKC getting work done in Portland. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. What else we got here? I keep losing my spot. What's going on? Rusty this morning. Let's do Clips, Rocks, and Bulls Jazz quickly. Clippers beat the Rockets 122-116. Rockets, it looked like the Rockets were running away with this one. I was actually pretty surprised in the first half. It looked like they just had it figured out. Şengün, man, has been balling. So two nights ago against Wemby, because we didn't do the NBA bit yesterday, I think he dropped 45 and 16 on Wemby with like 4 or 5 steals as well. And then last night goes for a monster triple-double, 23 points, 19 boards, 14 dimes. But it was Kawhi who turned it on in the second half. He finished with 28 and 7. Paul George started off a little rusty too, but he finished with 21 and 7, and then Harden 21, 7, and 5. Rockets didn't really get anything from anybody else. Like Fred VanVleet had 15 and 8, but it was a good comeback win for them. And then the Bulls beat the Jazz 119-117. This was actually kind of an exciting game, back and forth. Bulls hang on late. They gave up like a wide open Colin Sexton, 4 seconds left, inbound play. Colin Sexton was so wide open for a corner 3. He took a rhythm dribble before getting the shot up. DDR finished with 29, 7, and 6. Vucci Main with a double-double. He had 23 and 12. Kobe White, man, I continue to want to. He's not going to win it, Maxey or Şengün probably, but most improved. Give it to Kobe White. He had 25, 6, and 6. And then John Collins kind of on a heater without Lauri Markkanen and Walker Kessler. He's doing some work down low. He had 25 and 13. And then Sexton finished with 24, 7, and 4. Ooh, Top Shot Tesla. Thank you for that. That was nice. Şengün turned back into generational or Gen Z Jokic. Yeah, what happened? He just like took 3 weeks off and now he's back. It's crazy. Yeah, also shout out you guys. Look at these super chats in the morning. Love to see it. Love to see it with this intimate audience. Already getting 2 super chats. You guys are too kind. All right, let's get into the two big games of the night. Warriors just smoked the Milwaukee Bucks last night, 125-90. So Giannis, who missed the last game, right, went through warmups and then ended up not playing. Last night was questionable the whole way, and then they expected him to play. Went through warmups, he was good to go. I don't know if he looked 100%. I don't know how many of you guys watched this game. I mean, he still put up 23, 7, and 6 in 32 minutes, but also, how did he play 32 minutes, right? If you know he's a little dinged up and you guys are just getting waxed the whole night, just give him a break. Dame finished at 20 and 6. Portis had 20 and 6 off the bench, but it was Steph's night. He had 29, 8, and 5. Kuminga dropped 20 and 5 on him as well. Milwaukee, who been on a little bit of a heater, slows down a little bit. Yeah, Stan, you already made this joke, dude. You already put it in the chat. We already addressed it too, but you were late this morning, so you didn't even talk about it. So, dude, come on, man. Don, this is like boards to bucket recycled content right here. Do better, Stan. You can do better. Um, but yeah. Anyways, good win for the Warriors now, who are a half game ahead of the Lakers. We'll talk about them. But what's actually, let's do the Lakers Kings game, and then we'll go into the deep back end of the Western Conference here. But there you go, regulator. Let's go. Kings win 130-120. De'Aaron Fox went absolutely nuts. And I don't know what Anthony Davis actually after the game had some comments being like, yeah, the defense we were running allowed Fox and Monk to do whatever they wanted. And I mean, whatever they wanted was cooking Austin Reeves. Reeves was on skates the whole game. Fox was just going by him, getting into the paint, doing some Rondo shit. Like, he was all over the place. He finished the game with 44 points, 4 boards, and 4 dimes. Sabone with another triple-double, 16 points, 20 boards, and 12 dimes. Monk went for 26 and 8 off the bench. AD was kind of asleep last night, 14 and 11. Rui gave him 29, and they still lost this game. If you just look at the box score and Rui goes for 29, you're like, hell yeah, we got this. And then LeBron had 31 and 13. LeBron, another solid game from him. And this is what's so crazy about this. Like, I don't think anybody's surprised to see the Lakers in the back half of the standings, right? Like, you're like, yeah, of course, you got AD. He always misses time. LeBron's aging. They're probably not pushing the gas yet. But here's the thing. They've played like almost all of the games. I'm actually going to look that up right now. But the fact that Anthony Davis and LeBron have been so available for them, and they're still like, LeBron's played 56 of how many games have the Lakers played? 64. 56 of 64 games, and Anthony Davis has played 60 of 60. Anthony Davis has only missed 4 games, and they are in the 10 seed. It's just kind of nuts to see that is how the season has been playing out. And I should be talking more about the Kings, because the Kings really just diced them up a little bit. So let's go over to the standings one more time on the bottom half of the West, right? So this is just like a true cluster efferoonie. You have let's start with the Pelicans. So the Pelicans are 12 games over 500. They've got a 1-game lead over the Suns, who are in the 6th seed, that are 10 games over 500. Then you've got the Kings, who are just a half game back of the Suns, but tied in the loss column to get out of the play-in. So that was a pretty big win for the Kings, who have been kind of, 500 ball. Then you get the Mavericks now. The Mavericks, who have lost 3 in a row, 5 and 5 in their last 10. And again, those losses from Dallas, like that weekend loss to Philly was just absolutely brutal. Just a vibe killer. Jason Kidd, see you later. I know the No Dunks guys talked about it, but this is definitely his last season coaching the Mavs, I believe. But now, with the Warriors getting that win over the Bucks, which probably on paper looked like it was going to be a loss, Warriors are now 7-3 in their last 10 after that getting just waxed by the Celtics over the weekend. But now they're only a half game back of Dallas here. With the Lakers losing that game, they're in the 10 seed, and they're just a game back at Dallas. So, Dallas is going to have to win 2 games to get out of it, because let's go back over to the strength of the schedule and look at those 3 bros. Did you see the video of John Collins putting his hands on the Bulls coach? No, I totally missed that. I didn't see that happen at all. I totally missed that. Let's go over to strength of schedule here and see what we got left. Okay, so let's start with the Lakers. Lakers, you see them all the way, the 8th toughest schedule the rest of the way. So welcome to the 10 seed Los Angeles Lakers. 2 against the Wolves, which I guess that gets a little bit easier without Cap, but still a tough game. 2 against the Bucks. The Cavs too, which is weird. That I know why that falls under a tough schedule, but like, is it? Pels, Kings, Sixers. So that's for the Lakers. Let's go look at the Kings. Where's Sacramento at? Sacramento here with 1 against the Celtics, 1 against the Thunder, 1 Clips, Bucks, Pels, Magic. So they're not in too bad a shape. But then you look at Golden State, was third easiest schedule the rest of the way. One against the Wolves, the Pels, the Magic, the Knicks, the Heat, the Pacers. They've got 3 against the Spurs, 2 against the Jazz, and then 1 against the Hornets, Blazers, Grizz, and Rockets. So OKC, honestly, OKC has a legit shot when you go back and look at the standings. They're only 2.5 out of the 6th seed. They've got a legit shot of getting to the 6th seed because when we scroll up the current 6th seed right here is this team, the Phoenix Suns. And the Suns have 2 against the Celtics, 2 against the Clippers, 2 against the Wolves, 1 against the Thunder, and 1 against the Bucks. I know they have the Raptors tonight, which should be an easy dub for them, but it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough sledding for Phoenix the rest of the way, especially if they're not able to get Booker back in a meaningful time. Is LeBron James hurt again? No, I don't think so. Did he leave the game early? I mean, I fell asleep. I didn't finish that game last night. But his stat line didn't look like he fell asleep, but maybe I missed it. Yeah, Kings and Mavs will be 9-10. It does feel like that is the direction it's heading. I can see Lakers still being in the 9-10 though. I mean, in one of those. I actually feel like we're going to see Suns, and I kind of think the Warriors are going to get to the 6th seed. I don't know. Maybe that's too spicy, but I kind of think they're going to catch them. But that was last night's NBA action. It wasn't too chaotic. Tonight we've got some fun ones, right? So the TNT games are Miami and Dallas. Dallas is reeling. Miami's kind of hot. Boston and Denver after that. Again, I mentioned Jaylen Brown, the only one that's questionable for that game, so they should be at full strength. Get ready for some Jamal Murray. We got Brooklyn and Detroit, which I'm not really interested in. Minnesota against Indiana, which should be more competitive now that there's no Cat. And then we got Toronto and Phoenix, which should be a lot of offense. Chicago and Golden State both on back-to-backs, and then Sacramento on a back-to-back against San Antonio against Wembanyama-less Spurs. Wemby's going to miss his first game, which feels like in a while. Regular staying with 3:56 left in the fourth. James went to the locker room. No details about the exit, but cameras caught him walking gingerly. Oh, I totally missed it. I totally missed that. Let me see if there's any update here on Twitter. See if I can get something from Underdog. Let's go check that out real quick. Yeah, Ben Simmons out. Karl-Anthony Towns. Yeah, LeBron headed to the locker room. No other news on it after that. Wow, okay. Something to pay attention to. Ooh, another Tesla dump. Thank you, Tesla. Lucas first and second half splits are wild. Always gasses out. That's what I saw. Kurt, I think it was Trey was talking about it yesterday, where he has great first halves and then like pretty good second halves. It's funny how I can't tell. I mean, there's probably some truth to that. Like the conditioning is probably a real thing. Like until he starts taking his conditioning like super seriously, like you just said, how Jokic did, it's going to take he's not going to be able to get to that next level. I do wonder though how much of it he's got such a high usage rate and is doing so much heavy lifting that like maybe that's just an unsustainable rate that he's playing with. Like the only person I've ever seen do it and not slow down is Russell Westbrook. So. Dallas's bigger problem is the defense, in my opinion. Like they just get cooked on defense. They just get absolutely cooked. And we got boots on the ground too. Kyrie, the second half guy. Yeah, he hasn't played in the second half guy. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say must win, but losing your fourth straight for Dallas on national TV could be pretty tough. All right, let's take a quick Underdog ad read break. We'll go see if we can build a pick 'em, maybe jump in a draft since we were too efficient today. I don't know if the caffeine hit early, so I'm just talking fast. I don't know what's going on, but we'll be right back. Today's NBA bit is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy Sports. Whether you're drafting Luka first overall in best ball or fading Wemby blocks in the pick'ems, Underdog is where you'll find Team Hold. Sign up today at UnderdogFantasy.com or just click the link in the description to get started. And by signing up using promo code HOLD, HOLD, you will get a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. That's a free honey. So sign up today using promo code HOLD, HOLD, and get started at UnderdogFantasy.com. So let's just do TNT. Let's do national televised pick'em. So we're gonna do a 4-leg. Actually, I don't know how much Boston will be listed, but let's look at Miami first because I just kind of want to hit the overs against this Dallas defense. So I really do like what's going on here. I really do like Jimmy. Why isn't it not? There we go. Jimmy's gonna double that as a higher of 3.25. I mean. This might be a little too crazy, but I kind of like the Jimmy double here. I feel like he should have no problem dominating down there. But maybe that's too much. Maybe people don't want to do that. And we could just go over his points is at 22.5. That kind of feels easy. Um, that does feel easy. Maybe we do that and we do over on Bam rebounds, 10.5 boards. Maybe we just do 10.5 boards with Jimmy, put that together. Because I don't really, if we do a Jimmy double double, then I'll do Bam points. But if we're doing just Jimmy points, let's do Bam boards, and then let's find. Maybe we'll just do a 3-man from this game instead of doing a 4-man from both games, or maybe we can do 3 and 2. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. All right, let's go look at Dallas here. Yo, this is why is it so? All right. Come on, underdog. Get your UI experience a little bit better. So Luka's at 33.5 points. I don't know. To get no higher triple double. Does he just do another triple double? I mean, he's been a triple double machine here. Just throw that in there. Now we're at 9x. That's kind of crazy that's only gives us the 9x. Or maybe it's a Kyrie game. Maybe we get Kyrie points instead. He's at 25.5 points. Let's do that instead. Let's just do Kyrie instead of Luka. I mean, I still think the triple double's in play, but let's just do that. And then we can go to let's go to Nuggets. And again, the Nuggets should be fully healthy. I kind of like Jamal Murray. I'm going to continue to bang this drum whenever Jamal Murray plays against plays like big time TV games. I really enjoy it. So Jamal here is at double 3x. I'm going to continue to do it. I like it. I feel like he's going to get. I feel like the 10 assists is in play here. I feel like he's going to be forced to move the ball around. I like that quite a bit. That gets us at 30x. This is kind of fun. Maybe we don't even do anything else. Maybe we don't even do anything else. 24.5 points seems like that. Wow, Jokic's point line has come down. Let's go look at the Celtics and see if there's anything there. Yeah, so it's only got Jaylen Brown listed who's questionable. So let's just do it. This is just 5 to win 150. 5 to win 150. Let's do 8 because I'm on an uneven, like I'm at 673. So the 8 to win 240. Let's just do it. That's a fun one. 4-man. So there you go. For you paying attention at home, I'll drop the link in the chat. We've got one more time. We've got Jimmy Butler over 22.5, Bam over 10.5 boards, Kyrie over 25.5 points, Jamal Murray double. I'm going to jump in a draft here too for Thursday Night Hoops. And then if you guys have other stuff you want to talk about, put it in the chat. Maybe this is just like a 35-40 minute show. Maybe we're too efficient today. Reminder, 89 Cavs is back tonight at 7 o'clock. We're still in the works of figuring out our live show at the beginning of the playoffs, which playoffs right around the corner. Like, right, when does the regular season end here? Let's look at the NBA schedule. Regular season, when do you end? When do you end? Let's see, the first week of April. What does that look like? April 3rd. Monday. All right. April 7th. Is that the last week of games? April 7th? Or unless, let me just double check that. Nope. Just kidding. I thought it was usually like, there's a lot of games in April. Holy crap. All right. Looks like April, sorry guys. Looks like April 14th is the last day of games. Sunday, April 14th. Yeah. Sunday, April 14th is when it's done. Am I excited about college basketball? You know what, Regulator? I am excited to get into March Madness, but I'm not like a huge. I don't follow it as closely as I once did. I just don't. Karl-Anthony Towns suffered a left meniscus injury, but it remains unclear about how much, if any, time he'll be required to miss. Towns are working to get a full understanding. All right. Well, I mean, he's definitely going to miss tonight. Is Shams destroying Woj? Oh, you mean because he was so early on it? Is that what you mean? Shams should start quote tweeting Woj, just being like, dude, suck on that. Yeah, that sucks for Cat though. Sorry, Borland. All right, so we're at the turn for this draft. We're at the 6-7 spot here. Yeah, the Ant rankings are going to be high. All right, we're just going to double click Tatum and Fox here. Although I do kind of want to take. Actually, you know what? I think we might take Rudy here Because Rudy should just get like 40 boards tonight. That might have been dumb taking him over, but whatever. We're doing it a little bit. We're doing it a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? OTM selling March Madness packs. I wonder how they get away with that. Cause like do they give out like, are you buying colleges or are you buying, because I feel like you can't buy the college, right? I feel like there's although I can't imagine anyone pays attention to legalities of Web3. I don't know. I saw the Top Shot blog. Did you see that? The 22,000 unique buyers. March Madness will be like TOC, but with points for Duke. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I am excited about the women's bracket. I actually have a call with the New York Liberty today. You buy seeds in a region. Yeah, I figured that's how they got away with it. Good for them, dude. Just keep making that cash, baby. All right, what are we gonna do? I would love for Kyrie to drop here. There's no way Kyrie gets to 18. There's no way. Also, sucks that Wemby's not playing. Wemby has been must-watch TV for me for a little bit here. It's a bummer that he's not out there balling. I wonder if the TOC cards will work. Yeah, I'm not counting on it. It seems like they've figured out what they're doing now. I'm just still what's the right sunburnt? Sunburn's not the right word. Still so salty just about how they handled the first year of TOC. First year of TOC with the rolling out of what's it called? With the rolling out, how they handled year 2 of TOC with Jolly Jokers. All right, we're just gonna do Nurk. We're gonna take Nurk here. Nurk should fucking destroy Toronto down low. I know, it's too bad. I do oh, Boston Base, where are you going, bro? Where are you flying? Yeah, I do like the TOC guy. I mean, I love Justin and TJ, both like good dudes. I just didn't like how that was handled. I think I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have cared so much if I wasn't doing content around it. I just felt like they kind of hung their partners out to dry a little bit. But I hope for success. Seussibles, they stopped. Seussibles isn't anymore. I don't think I think they kind of went the way of La Liga, where they stopped doing stuff. Because I remember I made a joke built on Flow when they shut down, and then I got DMs being like, "That's not our fault." Oh, I don't know what's happened. I messed up my shoulder. Ooh, baby. All right, we got 2 picks left. Yeah, Tesla says Nurk will big beef. Watch, Raps can't rebound at all without Pirtle and Barnes. Yeah, it's gonna be like I am kind of excited for this game though, because if Toronto somehow keeps it close, like RJ and IQ should put up big numbers. But I have a feeling Phoenix might just run away with it. But I do want to be overweight on Nurk tonight on a weird slate. Nurk and Jamal Murray. Also, hey, we got another F1 show coming up Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you haven't gone and subscribed to Team Hold Racing, go subscribe to Team Hold Racing. We're at 22 subs. Let's get this up to like 40 something by Friday. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't gone and subscribed to that, please go do it. Drop a link in the chat. Our boy James. A lot of drama in F1 right now. Spicy drums. Ooh, I wouldn't mind Siakam right here at the end. Although I wonder, or Bradley Beal for that matter. Maybe we get, I don't know. 2 Suns might be too many. Pick 30 and 31. Also, I'm assuming Jaylen Brown plays tonight. I was talking about Derek White here, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. Is there anybody down here? Also, Jeremy Sohan's kind of interesting. Let's go Jalen Duren and Jeremy Sohan. Jalen Duren and beware the Sohan. Maybe Sohan does a little bit more tonight. All right, cool. We did it. We got a draft in, baby. Thoughts on starting a Team Hold cooking channel? No, I do. I have gotten into cooking quite a bit in the last like 5 or 6 months. But no, I'm not. I I can't I can't do more content. I think I'm contented out. Contented out. All right, dudes, we're gonna call it there. I'm sorry, 36 minutes. Usually, when we take a day off on Wednesday, Thursday ends up being a beefier show, but I don't know why. I don't know why it wasn't today. I even prepped some Orlando Magic discussion, but we're gonna call it there. Go enjoy some no dunks after this if you'd like. Appreciate Tesla and JGL for the super chats today. Go watch the fast break content on Team Hold So Rare, and then come back here tonight 7 o'clock. 89 Cavs, baby. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Let's get out of here.